I'm Elizabeth Kuteza. I have something I struggle with, and then though I have some other people who bother me, I'm too reserved, naturally. I'm reserved. That's how I was brought up. I was brought up by a very tough mom who even had never time for us. So it's like we brought up ourselves, and so I'm too reserved. Of recent, I'm graduating, but to my surprise also, no one knows about it. Yes, it's me. And now I was planning to tell my mom, but then I was like, how should I do it? So I'm like, I should leave it. I should graduate. Maybe if I send them pictures, just because they are too pessimistic, including my husband. They are too pessimistic. These are people who, he doesn't know. Yeah, I took up a very, very, very tough course.
But he knew you were studying.
He didn't know.
Oh, you stay with him?
Yes.
Okay. Let's go on.
So I knew what we are talking about.
Yes.
If I let them know, because by that time it was COVID, I was pregnant, so they would tell me, you're not going to make it, money. So I was like, I'm going to sponsor myself. I'll pay for the course. I'll do everything by myself. And then I'm graduating in November, next month. So, listen to this. I hate people. I'm not too friendly to people. I don't know why. But then I'm a kind of a person who feels pity for others. And then I've been manipulated by people. But now, since I joined this, I'm getting tired of that. Yes. Nevumbula. And then, another thing, that's me. That's about me. So, I'm stuck there. I don't know what to do. And then, another thing, I have my big brother. He's a very big figure around town. Munene. So, they're in a relationship. Currently, Talimo, Uganda. So, you find my brother is this kind of a person we are talking about. He's too good to outsiders. But now this girl is suffering from within. She even cries from within. She's someone who studied, did everything, but then you find my brother is like, you're not going to work. I want you to do this. You understand? So, you find my brother is more talkative than the lady. So, she's too quiet. She can't talk to anyone because they wedded, and then they are big in church. So she fears the shame of what the guy is doing. He's a government worker, so it's like when I talk about it, something may, So she's dying from within. She only talks to me, and then I'm like, now how can I help her?
So your question is, how can you help her?
Yes. And then how can I help myself? I'm too reserved. I hate sikiriza nnyo bantu mu bulamu bwange, and that's my nature. Yes. So, I'm stuck there.
Okay. So let's start with the last one. You definitely are not going to help her. Right? Let's agree on that. She can only help herself. Because whatever you tell her, unless she has the strength to apply and do, which is very hard, because she can only rescue herself. Okay? So, if she thinks they favored her to marry her because she is with a Muneni, and there is no one that is big in a relationship or marriage, whether you are the president of the moon, because we are even above the presidents of the world countries, who are they? Wanji? You're red blood like me. You have flesh. So even if you are who, You cannot be big in a relationship. Relationship or marriage demands that you are equal entities in this modern relationship. And guess what? Relationships right now are hinging on personal happiness. They're not hinging on traditional and customary beliefs like they used to be. That is a myth. That is long gone. Right now, we prioritize our happiness. That is why we ask, am I happy enough in this relationship? Do I want more children? That means we have more choice right now. That choice, by the way, is making things more complicated. But again, it's redeeming some people. Because then they get to double ask questions and be able to give themselves honest answers about where they are in life. So she needs a dose of reality. From someone who will call a spade, from someone who will not spare the big smile, the big shot. Okay? I've asked a big shot before because he wanted to reconcile with the wife. But you know what she said? Paid all the session monies and even more and stuff like that. And then said, but I can't promise that I am going to change. And I told the lady, never expect change. If you want to go into that marriage, go. Kuwangu genda guma. But if you are not the kuguma type, he has told you firsthand he's not willing to change from the horse's mouth. Okay? But women or even men, they talk on projects hoping people will change. So she cannot. You cannot help her. She has to help herself. Number 2, when it comes to you, how you were brought up, you have 2 personalities. There is a personality. You have ever been in a group of people where you were like the life of the party. Like in a certain group of people, whether they were just friends at school or something, who saw a different side of you a bit. Not the same side of you. Has that happened? Okay? So, like you become talkative, you even crack jokes. But your husband knows you're a different person. Your family knows you're a different person. The people that know you're a different person. And you have maintained that demeanor to make sure that they do not become or place an inquiry to your life. Right? So it's like a fence that you have put. Why? Because you were protecting yourself against everything that happened to you while you were being brought up. The toughness, that taught you to protect yourself. So you created so many defense mechanisms that they created a wall around you, and that is a shell that you have failed to come out of. So everyone that loves you, your husband fell in love with that person that was brought up coward and timid, with low self-esteem, without confidence. Okay? So here you are crawling out of the pit on your own. You have not said, Banange Monkwate ko, right? But you are crawling on your own. It's a silent kind of crawling. Pay your own school fees, go back to school, graduate, and you're asking, should I even tell them? Why? Because when I tell them, they know the other person. So tebamanyani wakusanyu kidako. Is it the me that is resurrecting or the me that is dead? Who are they celebrating exactly? You get it? That is where the pessimism comes in. That is why you have read it on their faces. They don't know what to do with you, with the type of you that they know. Now, the moment you crawl out of that pit successfully, and now that you have come to a hold my hand, that is when you don't have to get to the finishing goal alone. Right? That is why you are here. That we will love you, we will accept you, and we will tell you you are enough and you matter. What you want matters. The success you are aspiring for matters. You can get where you want to get with the help of your husband or without it, with the help of your family or without it. You matter. And whatever God deposited in you. He did not make a conference call to your family in order to give you whatever he gave you. So you can be a successful woman. So what you need more than anything are the affirmations of you are enough. You are beautiful. You can make it. And you can make it big. And guess what? The pessimists will be the ones on the sides, first looking at you, being pessimistic, but later they are going to cheer you on. They will be the ones clapping. Because they will be like, but when you needed the help, you couldn't ask for the help from anyone. You get it? Hold people's hands. Whether they wronged you, whether they treated you bad, extend the kindness that no one extended to you. Right? Because you are in the healing process. It's very hard. Very hard. Including your husband, including your mother, including your siblings. Extend the kindness that no one. The moment you pay back with the same currency, you are not healed. And then you are not above anyone. That means you are stooping low to being on their side and being like them. Does that make sense?